I want to start the day with hope. I want to start the day with happiness. I want to start the day with song, and I hope you'll sing along. I want to start the day with you. I want to start the day with joy, deep in the heart of every girl and boy. I want to fill them all with pride and such joy to be alive. I want to start the day with you. You've got to feel it in your soul.
Feel it in your soul.
The Spirit moves you and it takes control. It takes you to the highest heights, takes you up that mountainside. You've got to feel it in your soul. Let's make this world a better place.
World a better place.
Tell everybody in the human race. Tell them about it, spread the news. Say, what have you got to lose? We're gonna make the dream come true. Come on, Fred. Whoa. Try to show the world a better way.
Better way.
Make sure that everything you do is as you'd have done unto you, and it'll chase the clouds away. Come on, Terry Swope. Whoa. It's shining down on me from God above.
God above.
I want to celebrate with song, and I hope you sing along. I want to celebrate your love. I want to celebrate with song, and I hope you sing along. I want to celebrate with you. I want to celebrate your love and give thanks to God above. I want to spend the day with you.
Yeah. Good morning. Let's all stand and sing. How about that? I feel the Spirit.
I feel the Spirit moving in me. 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 And I feel the joy. I feel the joy moving in me. 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 I feel the love 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 moving in me. And I feel the Spirit. I feel the Spirit moving in me. Yes, I do. I feel the Spirit moving in me. I feel the Spirit moving in me. I feel the Spirit moving in me.
Let's keep going.
We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy, holy, holy. We are holy. Spirit divine, come to me. Feeling love, healing me. Open my heart, allow me to see beauty and love lives in me. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy. Spirit divine, come to me. Feeling love, healing me. Open my heart, allow me to see beauty and love surrounding me. I am holy, holy, holy. am. Oh.
Andy DeWitt. Thank you, Andy. Reverend Fred and the UCOP Band. Good morning, Unity Church of Overland Park. I'm Reverend Jackie Fernandez, and it is so wonderful to gather with you this morning. Those of you in the room and those of you in our virtual balcony on Facebook and YouTube, we invite you into this sacred experience.
I'm Reverend Eileen Stula. Good morning, everybody. This is my favorite place to be on a Sunday morning. It's always good to see all of you, wherever you may be.
Mine too.
See that?
Yeah,
That's why we go
so
good
much in
together.
common.
We work this out, yes.
Well, I hope you all had a safe and wonderful celebration of independence, and I hope you also drew into your heart and mind the concept of interdependence, and that you were able to celebrate the ways that we need each other and the ways that we love and support each other and create community together. And in that vein, I also want to bring into this Sunday experience with us the knowing of what has transpired in Texas with the flood, the flash flood that happened that devastated a camp where teenage girls ages, I believe, 8 to 17 were away. And the camp director perished while trying to save the girls. And as of the last time I saw, there were still 27 girls missing, unaccounted for. A few have been rescued and found alive, clinging to mattresses or other things. But we want to hold them. And so we've lit a candle to represent our love and our light to the families who are waiting to hear news, to the lives that have been lost, and to the community who is so devastated and will be recovering for weeks and months to come. So let's center into the heart of God. Even today, we are grateful for this day. Be it filled with personal tragedy, devastation, heartbreak. Be it filled with relief or joy. Whatever the experience is today, we are grateful for this day, for we are alive. We are able to co-create it with the one holy presence in the universe. So we breathe love into this day. We breathe peace and comfort into this day for all people, for all sentient beings in this room, in our homes, in our communities, and in the world. So we allow ourselves, even if we are overcome with the question why? Why suffering? Why devastation? We allow ourselves to simply be held in the loving arms of Spirit, who always speaks life into every circumstance. And so we allow the heart to trust, even as it breaks. We allow the breaking to be an opening for Spirit to move in and to guide us through. And we send our love to the communities impacted by this flood, by this act of nature. And we hold the high watch as we speak one of our foundational affirmations in unity. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God, the source of all good.
And we continue in this time of prayer, bringing into this sacred time those who have asked for prayer support from this ministry. This past week, the prayers have centered on healing, both physical as well as emotional and spiritual, and also for strength for those standing in the role of caregiver to loved ones in their lives. And so we enfold them and the families they represent in our hearts and in our prayers, affirming Spirit's presence, bringing forth absolute wholeness and healing in each and every way possible. And for the strength and the wisdom and the guidance to stand in such sacred support of loved ones as they move through challenging times in their lives. And so for these prayers, for all prayers that may have been unspoken but held within our hearts, and for all those waking up this morning in that beautiful hill country of Texas, the grief, the sorrow, the pain, the question, I offer 4 words from the song we sang before these prayers began, where it said, feeling love, healing me. And so we turn it over to Spirit's love within us and everywhere around us, and we let these prayers go and let love move through it all. And for that and so much more, we are grateful. And so it is. Amen.
Amen.
Get ready, 'cause here I come. Right now.
Good morning. I'm Laura Carl.
And I'm Reverend Jen Hutchins, and we have a few announcements for you today.
2 of our affinity groups are having meetings this week. Our Yarn Blessings group will meet this afternoon at 2 p.m. in the cafe area. This is the group's monthly teaching lesson. Everyone is welcome and no prior experience is necessary. And our men's group will hold their monthly meeting this coming Saturday, July 12th, here at PlexPod. If you'd like to help prepare breakfast, please arrive at 8:15 a.m. Following breakfast, the general meeting will begin at 9 a.m.
We're excited to be heading back to Hamburger Mary's and their Ham Bingo fundraising event on Saturday, August 2nd. This is a fun time that is hosted by some of KC's fabulous drag queens. From 4 to 6 p.m., you can play some bingo and enjoy fantastic food. And by supporting the fundraiser, you're helping to support our mission to create a affirming and safe spiritual community for all. Reservations are strongly recommended, which you can make directly with the venue. And just a reminder, this is not your grandma's bingo. It's a bit more salty and sassy, but all in good fun.
Beginning next Sunday, July 13th, church member Jeff Squirk will begin offering Quiet Path Yoga on the 2nd and 4th Sundays of the month from noon to 1 in the studio. This practice weaves together gentle hatha yoga, breath work, and guided meditation, creating a calm, inclusive space to release stress and reconnect with your body as a vessel for spirit. Benefits for you include 1, a peaceful, consistent practice that complements Unity teachings. 2, a safe place for both long-time seekers and those new to spiritual or body-based practices. And 3, an accessible, intergenerational path for inclusive community connection. Invite your family and friends. The cost is $5 and no one will be turned away. All skill levels and abilities are welcome, and ASL will be provided upon request.
Now, let's join together in speaking the joint vision statement of the Unity Movement. A world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening.
Hi. We interrupt this program.
For a very important message.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We are wanting to offer a blessing to Reverend Jen Hutchins. You can sit down. She is getting to do something very exciting. As many of you know, she is the founder of Unity Arts Ministry, and this is your 2nd trip abroad, is that right? Third. France twice, yeah. And now she is going to Italy. Yeah, I know. We are not. She is. But we all have the opportunity. Next year, she'll be going to England. So before she leaves tomorrow, I want us to have an opportunity to send our love and blessings, or 11 blessings, with her. But tell us a little more about what you're doing.
Thank you. I'll be hosting an art retreat in Italy. We're actually staying in a small medieval village on the eastern side of the country, and helping people to open up to their creativity. We have several folks who are coming who have never painted before in their lives, and others who consider themselves professional artists. So it is going to be a lovely, beautiful mixed group. I have 15 participating artists and 3 accompanying spouses that will be joining us. And in addition to painting, we'll be pasta making and doing a taste tour of the region. I know, it's really hard work.
Sounds awful.
I know. This is secretly why I founded the arts ministry. No, I'm just kidding.
Thank you so much. You get in the middle, and Reverend Eileen will offer a prayer for you for travel, and then we will all take an opportunity to bless you.
Hearing all that, can you imagine the logistics involved for people that are coming from all over the country, the world? You shared with me this morning that one of your retreatants is in London, I think, and hopping a train right now to get over to Italy to join up with you tomorrow. People are coordinating, arriving at airports at similar times. You've got your hosts and all these medieval pasta making and all that kind of stuff. And we see it all just coming together with ease and grace.
Did you say medieval pasta? Medieval pasta?
Well, I put her
Not
story.
Not just any pasta, medieval pasta?
Medieval pasta.
We need a workshop when you get back.
Tom has already requested a slideshow.
Yes.
Oh, so goodness. So let's call upon that divine presence within us and the source of divine order for you, Jen, and those wonderful people that have been preparing and perhaps now are all beginning to make their way to meet up with you tomorrow in Italy for what we know is going to be the time of all your lives. And so for all of the details, we let them go and hand them over to Spirit. For all the schedules, for all the layovers, for all of the taxis, whatever it might be, we see everything converging smoothly, easily, and with grace, with all of you arriving at your first point of destination, with joy in your hearts, smiles on your faces, meeting people perhaps for the first time, perhaps reuniting with others from the past. We see your hosts, all of your accommodations, feeding your souls, feeding your creativity as you relax into the beauty that will surround you, allowing the beauty from within you to come forth. And so we let go, and again, just affirm ease and grace from here until you're right back here in another week or so.
And so now we warm our hands together. And Reverend Jen, for all the ways you shine your light in the world and are an ambassador for unity teachings and principles. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the Christ as you.
Now, ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Hey, did you ever think there might be another way to just feel better about today? Oh no, if you never want to have to turn and go away, you might feel better if you stay. Yeah, I hope you listen to these words I'm saying. Yeah, if If you've had enough of all your trying, just give up the state of mind you're in. If you wanna be somebody else, if you're tired of fighting battles with yourself, if you wanna be somebody else, change your mind. Change your mind. Hey, hey, have you ever danced in the rain or thanked the sun just for shining, or the sea? Oh no, take it all in, the world's a show, and yeah, you look much better when you glow. Yeah, yeah, I hope you listen to the words I'm saying. Yeah, yeah, if you've had enough of all your trying, just give up the state of mind you're in. If you wanna be somebody else, if you're tired of fighting battles with yourself, if you wanna be somebody else, change your mind. Change your mind. I say, ooh, yeah. Now, ooh, yeah. Hey, hey, what you say? We both go and seize the day. 'Cause what's your hurry? What's your hurry anyway? Yeah, yeah. I hope you listen to these words I'm saying. Yeah, yeah. If you've had enough of all your trying, just give up the state of mind you're in. If you wanna be somebody else, if you're tired of losing battles with yourself, if you wanna be somebody else, change your mind. Change your mind. Yeah, ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Thank you, Andy and the band, if you want to change your mind. Well, tell me this. What do you think? Yeah, about what? What do you think? What do you think? You know, we gather every week to have a new thought. Have you had a new thought yet today? Have you, though? You know, 80% of our thoughts are regurgitated, repetitious, the same thoughts you had yesterday and last week and last month and probably last year, probably the last decade, maybe only changed slightly, because our thoughts are produced first from sensory inputs, our emotional state, past experiences. Our brain, before we even form a thought consciously, is predicting other people's behaviors and opinions, is predicting outcomes of what we might think, do, or say. And then milliseconds before we actually form the thought, we get the inload of the sensory input, our emotional state, and our past experiences. And then the thought forms. Behind that is all of our cultural conditioning, our family conditioning, our lived experiences. So if you have had a new thought today before 10:30 in the a.m. Central Time, congratulations. Congratulations. That was not easy for your brain. So we're going to talk about thinking today. We are the unity movement inside the New Thought movement. And there is so much about our teachings that can be kind of warped in such a way that becomes self-defeating. If you believe that you have the power to think, to shape your reality, to create your life, which is true, and then you use that to shame, blame yourself or others because of the reality and circumstances in life, then you're misusing the teachings. Okay? So we're going to just lay that foundation. So at the end of this experience, we're not going to walk away thinking of all the ways we've been thinking wrong, all the ways we've been using affirmations wrong. But I guarantee, if you aren't currently, you have in the past used affirmations in the wrong way. And I don't very often tell people that they're doing something wrong when it comes to spiritual practice. But what I mean is that in a way that is not going to bring the outcome that you desire. So if your affirmation is, I am a creative being, I am a creative being, I am a creative being, and you walk away from that affirmation beating yourself up about the ways that you do or don't express creatively, we're misusing the affirmation. If your affirmation is, I'm not afraid, I have no fear, I have no fear, probably you are terrified. Right? Probably. So what's happening there is that you're using the affirmation not as a statement of truth that you can come into alignment with or that you believe, but as a superstition or as a way to clobber yourself into creating some kind of change in your mind or your heart or your life or your circumstance. Understood? So the truth is you are a creative being. That is capital T true, not time out. It's not football season yet. Capital T true. You are a creative being because you are an expression of creativity itself. So when you speak that affirmation, it's an opportunity to come into alignment with that truth, to awaken to the ways you are creative. Maybe you don't paint, but maybe you have offered a garden in your space. Maybe you have landscaped your yard. You can't do that without creativity. Maybe you can work a spreadsheet a spreadsheet like no other. Don't come at me and tell me you're not creative if you can work a spreadsheet. There are so many ways, maybe the ways you engage in relationship, the ways you show up at work, the ways you problem solve. There are so many ways, the way you dress yourself, that you express creativity. You are a creative being. So if that is your affirmation and you walk away from it, beating yourself up for the ways that you do or don't express creativity, you haven't used the affirmation to come into alignment with truth. And that's okay. Do it again. Do it again without the expectation that something magical is going to happen because you spoke those words. And now, voila, you're going to be like the best painter ever. Right? It's not what we're doing with the affirmations. If your affirmation is, I am not afraid, I'm not afraid, I have no fear, fear has no place in my heart, and what you're denying is the actual truth, which is I am afraid, I am terrified, I'm scared, fear has a grip on my heart. So we got to start with what's actually our experience, what's true in the moment, but then come into alignment with the capital T truth, which is I have access to infinite peace because I am an expression of the divine. I trust divine order. Right, so we step into what we need in the moment, what truth statement we need in the moment to overcome that fear or to live with that fear, but to do what needs to be done in the interest of our highest good, even if we are afraid. Okay? So, I'm going to lay that foundation, and now we're going to do some math. So sorry. But I think it's after 10:30 now, so we can do math. All right, chocolate bar plus piece of candy equals $1.10. Okay, so X plus Y equals, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you this piece of information. The chocolate bar costs $1 more than the piece of candy. So how much do they cost individually? What's the tax rate? No, we're not working tax. We're not working tax. This is just wholesale, because who can get a chocolate bar for under $1.10? Okay, so $1.05, $1.05 maybe the chocolate bar, 5 cents for the candy. Any other answers? The chocolate bar is $1 more than the candy. $1.10. Who thinks they're right? Yeah, and you are. Yeah, you are, right? It could be $1 for the chocolate bar and 10 cents for the candy, or it could be $1.05 for the chocolate bar and 5 cents for the candy. But if you think you're right based on the first answer you landed on, that is an example of what we do every day without even noticing. We have a thought, an idea, an opinion based on the very first assumption that comes to mind, because we don't want to work any harder than that, right? I got the answer, it checks out, I'm good. But now apply that to a relationship with a dynamic expression of God. And you're judging them against the first thing that comes to mind, which is maybe the last interaction you had with them, or the interactions collectively of the last 10 years, 20 years, 30 years that you've had with them, and you see that person not as they are today, but as a collection of your opinion and perception of what you experienced them throughout the duration of your relationship. That's not fair, right? Do you want to be met with who you are today and what you're bringing to the table, to the conversation today? Was that a hand up? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, let's do another one. Excuse me. Okay, you see two vertical rectangles. Which one is longer? Can you see them? Which one's longer? Taller, higher, what? The one on the right. Anyone else? The same. How do you... The same? Because you've seen this before. They don't look the same. Do they look the same to you? If you said the same, do they look the same to you? Are you basing your thought, your answer on a previous experience? I knew I should have rigged it. I thought you might do that, and I was like, I should make one longer than the other. I should make the one that looks longer actually longer than the other. Right here. Say it again.
I want 2 chocolate bars.
He wants 2 chocolate bars. I mean, if I had thought for 5 more seconds about this exercise, I would have realized I should feed you chocolate after putting you through this. But we have snacks out in the cafe for after service, okay? Eileen has chocolate in her office. Man, I vowed to never say that on a Sunday. Well, she had chocolate in her office. Perception, right? What you see, you believe to be true. I mean, without getting a tape measure out or some kind of measuring instrument out, and you didn't know about this optical illusion exercise before. I mean, okay, so think to the first time, if you've seen it before, to the first time, did you feel need for proof that they were the same? Like, did you measure it yourself? You just believed somebody that said they're the same? Well, that's a whole different talk, so we'll schedule that for... Okay, we can go to the next slide. The way we think is really not that complex, if we think about it. Sorry. if we think about it. So the invitation in our New Thought teachings to have a new thought is to separate ourselves from those patterns, from that conditioned thinking, which is so challenging. And it takes a lifetime. It can take a lifetime. Maybe for you it doesn't. It can take a lifetime. So if you feel like you've been at this practice for many, many years and you still find yourself in the rut of the conditioned mind, you are not alone. In fact, I would call that predictable. Because we are hardwired to identify patterns. We are hardwired to categorize for safety, for survival. We are hardwired to remember trauma so that we don't experience it again. And so it gets baked into our bodies, and our bodies will react. Our thoughts then will react, because remember, our thoughts are informed by what's happening in our body, our sensory experience. And it becomes very difficult to change a habit, whether it's a thought habit or a behavior. So our opportunity is alive each and every day that you wake up to break out of the conditioned mind. So we're not trying to think outside of the box. We're trying to think outside of the conditioned mind. And we can only do that if we recognize that the conditioned mind exists and that it's at play. So you've heard the saying, you are what you think. Like if you think this is true, that's true for you. And there is some truth in that statement. But if we want to advance that a little bit and nuance that a little bit, we would say that you are thinking what you think. It's not that you are what you think, but you are thinking what you think. Okay? So if you think that the Chiefs are the best team in NFL, and then you think about all the reasons why, you are thinking, you're in the activity of thinking about what you already think is true. We call it confirmation bias, right? What you already think is true, you're going to look for supporting evidence. So then if somebody comes and says, well, no, actually, the Donkeys, Broncos, sorry, are the best team, that's not going to fit into, and you're not going to see any evidence for it. Well, I should have used a better example. Arguably, we're going to always tend to settle into the thing that we already think, and that's what we're going to think about, because we already think it. So our opportunity here is to unpack that and to distance ourselves from what we think and what we have been conditioned to think, to wake up. That's what we call it, an awakening, because we wake up to that conditioned mind. So you have what is in many circles called an inner observer. Have you heard of this? So you have a presence in you that is observing you even as you think or speak. And if you aren't quite sure how to find that, if you're like, well, I'm the one thinking, how can I be observing? Think about every night when you go to sleep and you dream. You are dreaming, right? You are in the activity of dreaming. You are also observing the dream, right? Who knows that you're dreaming? Who remembers the dream? Who can describe what happened in the dream? You are the dreamer and the observer. And this happens in our awakened state as well. You are the one thinking and having the thoughts and doing the actions, and you are also watching, observing, noticing. And the more we can refine the presence and the awareness of the observer, the more we can distance ourselves from the conditioning of the thinking. That's why we meditate. That's why we journal. That's why we have a therapist, is to learn the tools and the skills to separate, to pause just enough to create space between the stimulus and the reaction, so that we can turn that reaction into a response that is not just automated and spit out from our past experiences, from our conditioned mind, from our assumptions, from the things we already think are true. We give just enough space to notice what else might be going on here. What might I need to pay attention to that I haven't even paid attention to? When you get into rote activities, your routines, driving home, how often do you get home and you're like, how did I even get here? Your brain, your conscious brain, your awareness just turns off. You go onto autopilot. It's really a remarkable thing that we can do. But when we do that in relationship, or even with the own inner voice on our spiritual journey in community, we miss the opportunity to truly connect and be present in the moment. So I want you to take out some object. You might have a phone with you, you might have a watch or a purse or a wallet, or just something with you that's very familiar, something that you often have with you, maybe your glasses. You don't have to take your hat off, but you might choose your hat. Just something that you are very familiar with. Like I asked you to close your eyes and describe it, you could pretty well describe it, and somebody else with the skill of draw could just draw a picture of it, right? Something you're that familiar with. Maybe if it's your shirt, maybe the tail of your shirt. And now just look at it with fresh eyes. Touch it, feel it. Do you notice anything? If you have a phone, is your case cracked or chipped and you haven't noticed? Does the screen need to be cleaned? If it's a purse or a wallet, do you notice how heavy it is or how light it is? Just pay attention in the moment and see it anew. Did anyone see something different or new? Does it look like it always looked? Does it feel like it has always felt? Is the temperature cool, warm, hot? Noticing. That is a practice that gets you out of the conditioned mind and the conditioned thinking activity of your conditioning. There's all kinds of mindful practices. Google mindful techniques, mindful practices, and you'll get lots and lots of, I'm going to give you one. Choose a food item with texture. It's like a strawberry is really a really good option for mindfulness practice. If you're allergic to strawberries or don't care for them, maybe soup or salad, something with texture. And bite into it, get yourself centered. With your eyes closed, bite into it and just hold it in your mouth. And if you can imagine right now, and so you're not allergic, because this is our imagination. Although I do believe some people can imagine themselves into an allergic reaction, so don't do that. Dial down the imagination just a little bit and imagine a strawberry, just a bite of strawberry on your tongue. Is it warm? Is it cool? Has it been refrigerated? Can you feel the seeds on the surface? Can you feel the soft mushy inside? Does it taste sweet? Is it sour? Is it very soft or maybe a little firm? This is the exercise to bring mindfulness, mindful eating that just slows the brain down enough that you can experience the strawberry anew. Go ahead and swallow it. And then you might decide, do I want another bite of this strawberry or not? How often do we just bite the whole strawberry? Right? That is a metaphor. I'm not talking about strawberries here, people. That is a metaphor for how we make decisions in life. We just bulldoze right through because this is what we've always done. This is what we're expected to do. This is what someone else thinks we should be doing. And we don't stop long enough to interrupt that conditioning so that we can have a new thought and make a new decision and maybe still do the thing, but do it with presence, do it with care, with mindfulness, and care for self as well. Because it becomes an inner violence when we just bulldoze through something because that's what we're expected to do. This has been my role in the family, so I need to just keep playing it out or it's going to disrupt the family system too much. I mean, I don't blame you if that's what you want to do, but do it knowingly, do it mindfully, because sometimes it is worth it to keep the peace. But make the choice, and make the choice in a way that helps you feel more in alignment with who you really are. When you're making a decision for your life, a big decision, a small decision, pay attention to what your assumptions are going into the process. Pay attention to what your fears are and where they're coming from. Are they coming from your conditioning, or is it from something new? Notice. Slow down. Unity luminary Eric Butterworth talks about thinking in this way. We have horizontal thinking and we have vertical thinking. So the horizontal thinking is just taking in what's happening around you. The assumptions you make, sensory input, decisions you make just based on outer circumstance. Vertical thinking is where you come into alignment, so I love the visual there in the mind's eye, where you come into alignment with yourself as an expression of the divine. So that you are the one observing your dream. Let this be the dream. So you are the one in your vertical thinking, in alignment with your 12 powers, with the activity of God in you, and now you get to make a conscious choice of how you engage with what's happening in that horizontal thought plane. Can you feel that in your body? I think that's a beautiful demonstration of the opportunity. And if it does nothing more than give you something to think about long enough to pause and turn off the conditioned thinking, then it's a good metaphor. It's a good tool to use. And so let it just, am I just engaged right here? Sensory input, reaction, stimulus, reaction. Or can I stop long enough to see what's going on here? And let myself be empowered by my wisdom, by my love, by my compassion, by my grace, by my patience, and now work with what's happening in the world. With what's happening in Texas, we are all called to not just lay down in the devastation and the heartbreak of what's happening there, unless you are personally affected, of course, or if it brings up maybe another loss that you've had, then yes, be with that. But because we are a few degrees of separation, we have an opportunity to be in that vertical thinking and send peace because we know that's real, to send comfort because we know that's real, to send financial support because we know that will impact devastated communities. But we make that decision from our wholeness, from the knowing of our divine power, and then we move forward. And that's where we find new thought. That's where we find clear thinking. And that's where we can make new assumptions that will then carry us forward. And that's what we call evolved self. Right? We evolve, and it takes time, and it's a process of repetition over and over and over again. So what do you think? About what? About what? What do you think? Be with that question with yourself. Give yourself time and space to answer. And remember that the one holy presence in the universe has chosen to express itself as you. And don't make one decision, one word, one action without that knowing safely in your heart. Bless you.
Lead me, Lord, lead me on. When I'm weary, make me strong. Lead me, Lord, help me grow. Lead me, Lord, lead me home. Lead me, Lord, lead me on. I am ready, I am strong. Lead me, Lord, watch me grow. Lead me, Lord, lead me home.
go into our time of meditation, find yourselves comfortable in your chairs. Notice the breath. Allow yourself to be held. And if you haven't already, I invite you to close the outer eyes or simply soften your gaze as you open to the vast expanse of the universe, living, moving, and having its very being as you. If the thinking mind is thinking, chattering away, just notice. Don't use other thoughts to beat it into submission. I'm in meditation now, shut up. No, we just notice. We come to our time of meditation as we are, and we allow the experience to do its work. We allow it to be an interrupting experience of the litany of thoughts always fluttering through the mind. You might feel them settle as you notice your body, as you bring your attention to the heart space. Or you might feel them get more active because that's not a comfortable place for you. So we just notice. Information. We stay soft and gentle, hearts open. As you sit with self and knowing as you sit with self, you sit with God. The truth is, the capital T truth is, there is no safer place to be. You perfect and holy expression of the Most High. We find gratitude for our conditioned mind, for the ways it protects us. And we let it know it's not going to run things anymore, at least not in the way that it has. As you find within a commitment to a new thought. Because our thoughts do shape our reality. They do create a feedback loop that help us define our experiences. So if you don't like the thinking activity of your mind, embrace the opportunity to change it. If you feel like you are an overthinker, or a negative thinker, or a worrier, or that you don't think enough, have a new thought about that. I'm a thinking warrior. And maybe in this moment, I don't have to be at battle or at war. So we don't make an enemy of the mind. Instead, we give thanks. And we remind ourselves as we remember that every thought is prayer to the extent we allow it. And when we combine our feelings with our thinking activity, then the thoughts we hold in mind will produce after their kind. So what kind of thoughts do we want more of? Not to avoid or evade lived experiences, but to deepen understanding, to expand love, to find peace. Lead me, love. Lead me home to myself, to my God, to my life.
Lead me, Lord, lead me home. I am ready, I am strong. Lead me, Lord, watch me grow. Lead me, Lord, lead me home. Lead me home.
So we were reminded earlier that the thoughts that we're thinking today are likely the same, or at least very similar to thoughts that may have been a part of our thinking for not just the past week, but maybe even some decades, because it just repeats itself. And we're going to be repeating something we do every Sunday here. We're going to bless our offering. Now, some of you might be here for your very first time, but I know some of you have been here for 20 or 30 years or more. How many times have you thought about this process? How many times have you blessed your offering? And I've been in this church one way or another for about 20 years now, and the words haven't changed to the blessing at least over 20 years. So I'm going to invite us into a different offering today. Of course, we always take a moment to pause to give thanks for and bless all of the time, all of the gifts, all the financial support you offer to this ministry. But in a moment, I'm going to stop talking. And when I do, for that brief moment, as you prepare to give the offering that is yours to give today, I invite you to think if there is a new thought that you'd like to have before you give it forth. A new way of speaking the words, a new thought about what's on your heart that you so want to nurture and nourish this ministry by supporting it in the ways that you do. And then we'll go into blessing it all together. So let's just take that moment to move into our hearts, perhaps hold our financial gifts in our hands, call to mind the way that we show up, the gifts that we do offer. And in a brief moment, perhaps allow a new thought to come forth for your blessing today. And so now, let's collectively bless it all by speaking the words to our offertory prayer. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am joy-filled and grateful.
I just saw the most beautiful sight. I've ever seen. A grandfather was singing to his wife as she waited for her angel's wings. And they were so in love with each other, and they had spent their whole life together. Nothing could ever take that away. Not even death can make our hearts run astray. 'Cause life is a circle and we walk it with love, because it fills us with the beauty of life. Is a circle and we walk it with love. I just heard the most beautiful sound I'll ever hear. A voice gentle and timeless as the song that he whispered in her ear. So incredible I couldn't help but cry, but I saw freedom through the tears in my eyes. You put aside all the noise and the chatter, 'cause in the end you know the only thing that matters is life is a circle and we walk it with love, because it fills us with the beauty of life. Is a circle and we walk it with love, because it fills us with the beauty of life. Is a circle and we walk it with love, because it fills us with the beauty of life. Is a circle and we walk it with love, yeah. I just felt the most beautiful feeling I could ever feel. You can give the world a beautiful healing if your love is real. As I get older, I'm learning every day. I can't explain all the mystery away, but there's a spirit that connects me and you. And when I heard him sing, I knew that it was true, that life is a circle and we walk it with love, because it fills us with the beauty of life. Is a circle and we walk it with love, because it fills us with the beauty of life. Is a circle and we walk it with love, because it fills us with the beauty of life. Is a circle and we walk it with love, yeah. We walk it with love. We walk it with love.
So, Andy DeWitt, Reverend Fred, and the UCOP Band. Thank you so much. Stacy McIntosh Lilly providing English ASL access. All right, so this month, July, people, 2025 is officially halfway complete, and we are this month celebrating our hospitality team. So if you serve on this team, please stand so we can show you our love and appreciation. Thank you for providing such delicious treats week after week, and I hope you all make your way to the cafe after service today to enjoy them. All right, the Fillmore Flicks. How about that, Fred? The Fillmore Flicks. We've got a documentary series that we are going to begin on July 20th. Now, you will be responsible for watching these on your own, at least the first and the second. Mission Joy, which features the Dalai Lama and Desmond Tutu, and I'm telling you, they just turn into a couple of little boys when they get together, and it is so fun, and it's about claiming and experiencing joy even in troubled times. The second week, I'll be talking about on Sunday, Common Ground, which is a documentary that features Hollywood actors Jason Momoa, Rosario Dawson, others that you'll recognize. And it's about sustainable farming and really takes a look into the way we have our agricultural system set up and how it's not really supporting Mother Earth. So you'll want to watch that. And there'll be links on our website to where and how you can watch these documentaries. The third one, Dolores, which features Dolores Huerta, who's my great aunt, activist, rebel, mother, feminist. And I know so many of you watched her last week when she was on Jimmy Kimmel's show, so thank you for that support. She's 95 years old and still going strong. This film was made about 10 years ago when she was only in her 80s. just a kid, but it really chronicles her life and everything that she has done. And I know so many of you have asked me about her, and it's really going to be a great follow-up to the second documentary that we'll be watching. We will actually show Dolores on August 3rd here after service, so we can watch that together. So that'll be really fun as well, but you'll have a link to watch that on your own if you can't be here. We will also offer a Zoom option for that one, so you can watch if you're distance. Okay, so mark your calendars for that. And for those of you who are on our setup teardown crew, we can leave the space as it is, so don't worry about that. It'll be nice and easy. Now let's speak our mission statement together with a new thought held in mind, right? Not by rote, not by your conditioned mind of what you think these words mean. Let's approach these words newly. Unity Church of Overland Park transforms lives and empowers people to make a difference in the world. Yes, we do. Thank you so much. All right. Join us next week. Reverend Chris Jackson, Unity Icon, will be back. It'll be such a joy to have him back with us. And the title of his talk is True Freedom, which should sound familiar because that was the title of my talk last week, but it's a whole different talk. So you want to be here to join Chris and have a great time. All right. Let's welcome our kids in.
How about now? There we go. Okay, thank you. All right, so we had another great day of conversation back there. Emily felt called to get out some paper and pencil when her normal artwork medium is digital. She prefers digital artwork, and so today Emily was called to share some paper artwork with us. We did our 3-part prayers. I had both kids do one today. Cameron's was the Christ flowing within us blesses each person in this room. And Emily's was divine love shining in us fills us with wisdom. So I'll share with you one thing from each of them. So we talked with Emily about what does love shining within Emily mean? And we dug a little bit deeper and we got down to, Emily has some friends and her best friends, she made friendship bracelets for those friends because that was something that she felt called to do, to share her love by making something physical to share with them. With Cameron, we kind of ended up veering towards emotions, and we talked about it's okay to feel our emotions, and sometimes we all cry, and it's kind of our body's way of releasing and sharing and releasing the tension that's within us. So overall, it was a really great conversations today. So if you would, please stand for our final song, As You Are Willing and Able. Thank you.
Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine. Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine. Spirit of mine, Spirit divine, let me shine your light. Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine. Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine. Spirit of mine, Spirit divine, let me shine your light. Let me be a vessel, let me vessel. Let me be a vessel of love. Let me be a vessel. Let me be a vessel. Let me be a vessel of love. Yes. Another beautiful Sunday. It's all about the love. Say hello to your neighbors. Say you love your neighbors. On another Sunday, beautiful Sunday here at Unity. Terry, Michael, Fred. We love you all. Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine. Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine. Spirit of mine, Spirit divine, let me shine your light.
And join me from right where you are in the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well. For there is a force of love moving through the universe that holds us fast and will never let us go. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. I love you.